Hello, hello. Yep. For when Chris comes back.
Do you want to hear the room and the headset? Or
No, is it registering now?
no? It should be. Just speak, it should be.
Okay, guys, welcome to the Midgar 16 and Under tournament. I'm Logan Way, and under the camera right now we have Nick Collins with Esper Control and Chris Hodder playing Black White mid-range. As you can see, turn 1 Thoughtseize for Chris. That is an Urborg and a Pack Rat play for Chris Hodder. Not much happening over on Nick's side right now.
So Logan, if you want, their sound going to the screen. Press that stuff there. Don't want to hear.
Yep. Looks like Chris is going to discard in the turn for a copy of Pack Rat.
I've grown to love and look forward to because it's happened so often. And speaking of often, in the history of Circuit 2, you guys.
It's in the game. Xbox One now starting at $3.99.
That is a lot of land on Nick Collins' side. D-Sphere for the play. That is a lot of land on Nick Collins' side. Now, as I said earlier, Nick Collins is sitting on a lot of land here, but he also has 2 dissolves in hand. So he has the mana up. Looks like Chris is just going to shift the turn back. Now, as I said earlier, Nick Collins is sitting on a lot of land here, but he also has 2 dissolves in hand. So he has the mana up. Will he go for the... Looks like Chris is just going to... A swing with the Mutavault, bringing Nick down to 9. This is turning, and there's the Sphinx's Rev for, I believe that's 4. Down to 9. And there's the Sphinx's Red for, I believe that's 4. Lamp return. And a Thoughtseize. And now we get to see Chris's hand. He's sitting on a Downfall, a Blood Baron, a Banishing Light, and an Obsidat. And now we get to see Chris's hand. He's sitting on a Downfall, a taking the Obsidat. A pretty safe play. Now, will he play that Elsbeth in hand? Is the question. Nope, he's going to ship the turn back. Both players playing it very cautiously this game. Now, will he play that Elsbeth in hand? Is the question. He's going to ship the turn back. Both players playing it very cautiously this game. Going to keep swing. Chris is going to keep swinging in with that Mutavault, and then he ships the turn back. Chris is going to keep swinging in with that Mutavault, and then he ships the turn back.
I'm going to open Nebraska.
That was a very quick Hero's Downfall to kill off that Mutavault.
Whenever this creature deals power.
That was a very quick Hero's Downfall to kill off that Mutavault. A Banishing Light on a Detention Sphere, followed by a Dissolve. Banishing Light on a Detention Sphere, followed by a Dissolve. Godless Shrine and a ship turn back, followed by a Sphinx Rev for, I think that's 6. And there we see the Aetherling in hand. He already has the Elsbeth. And there is the Aetherling with enough mana to blink it in case Chris has an answer.
Wait, so Alex is playing his deck or no, you're playing against your own deck.
Yep. I know this deck. So.
Oh, that means no one's gonna win.
There's the Aetherling with enough
I don't know this deck.
Yeah, so I barely know my own deck now. On the life gains some of it, so he I know I know what's
Technically, I can use it to my 5-star and go so many times.
Looks like Nick has entered his discard phase. He is going to decide what he wants to get rid of in this handful of answers, basically. Looks like he's chosen to discard a Banishing Light, a Temple of Deceit, a Jace, and I believe that was a Supreme Verdict. Looks like Nick has entered his discard phase. End of turn Devour Flesh, followed by Blinking. Answers, basically. Looks like he's chosen to discard a Banishing Light, a Temple of Deceit, a Jace, and I believe that was a Supreme Verdict. End of turn Devour Flesh, followed by Blinking. Looks like Chris is going to try for that Underworld Connections. Will it be dissolved? No, it's going to resolve. That card draw might actually help Chris a lot. Looks like Chris is going to try for that Underworld Connections. Will it be dissolved? Aetherling comes back into play now. That card draw might actually help Chris a lot. Aetherling comes back into play now. So we are going to see the Aetherling move into the combat zone right now. And full pump. Chris taking 8, going to, I believe, 10. Putting him behind in this matchup. And then Nick is going to blink that Aetherling on the end step. Followed by Chris taking 8, going to, I believe, 10. The Underworld draw. Putting him behind in this matchup. And then Nick is going to blink that Aetherling on the end step. Followed by... Looks like Blood Baron of Viscopa was the draw for Chris Hodder right now. Looks like Blood Baron of Viscopa was the draw for Chris Hodder right now.
Whenever you cast a spell to counter attacks from
Alright, he is going to full swing with that Aetherling and make it unblockable. Full swing with that unblockable.
Got you down to like 15. It's not that bad. My turn?
And it looks like Nick Collins takes the first game. They're going to move to sideboards now, I would hope. In this Esper versus Black-White mid-range matchup. And it looks like Nick Collins takes the first game. They're going to move to sideboards now, I would hope. In this Esper versus Black-White mid-range matchup.
Anytime you want. Pay the cost on the other side. Something that you can do. Very few things. Because it's
Looks like both players are shuffling up and getting ready for round two. Once again, the matchup is Nick Collins in Esper control, followed by a Black-White mid-range deck being piloted by Chris Hodder. Again, this is the 16 and under tournament at Midgar. Esper control, followed by a black-white mid-range deck being piloted by Chris Hodder. Again, this is the 16 and under tournament at Midgar. Looks like we're trying to resolve mulligans now, whether or not both players wants to keep. Looks like both players have a good amount of land and spells in the hands right now. Looks like we're trying to resolve mulligans now, whether or not both players wants to keep. Looks like both players have a good amount of land. Looks like both players gonna mull. Looks like both players gonna mull.
Sadly holding on to a blue white control. I'm using his deck.
Looks like both players trying to resolve their sixes, see if they want to keep or not. Looks like both players trying to resolve their sixes, see if they want to keep or not. All right, looks like this is a much It looks like this is a much faster game this time around. As you can see, Chris Hodder started off very strong with a turn one Thoughtseize, getting rid of that Jace. It's gonna put Nick up behind, especially where he's been brought to 6 with the mull. It looks like an Elsbeth was the draw for Chris, and he's gonna come in with that Mutavault for 2, bringing Nick down to 18. Looks like an Elsbeth was the draw for Chris. And a shock for Nick Collins, representing that dissolve magic. Bringing Nick down to 18. Land, Chris Hodder is pretty comfortable coming in with that Mutavault each turn. Godless Shrine for the land drop on Nick Collins' side. Will he ship the turn back, or will he start beating in with his own Mutavault? Coming in with that Mutavault each. Looks like Chris is very comfortable beating in with that Mutavault. Scrying, Nick is gonna keep that scry on the top of his library, it looks like. And there's the Jace. Now the thing is, he has to tap out to do this, leaving Chris to do whatever he wants for a solid turn. Nick is gonna keep that scry on the top of his library. And we already know that Chris is sitting on an Obsidat for the next turn, so he could. This could be a misplay on Nick's side. Looks like he's going to use Jace's first minus ability, giving him either a D-Sphere or a Sphinx's Rev and a land. A very quick pickup of that Sphinx's Rev. He's going to need that life later, I guess. Now, will Chris go for the... And he is going to go for the Obsidat play. Notifying Nick that the ETB ability does trigger, and exiling it end step. I'm not sure. Yep, that is an Etherlink for play or the Etherlink for draw on Nick's side, but no 6 land to play him. So it looks like he's just going to kill the Jace to try and get it. They're going to give him... Yep, he is going to take the blue-black scry. Temple of Deceit and Lamp Return to scry away, see what's next. Yep, he is going to take the Nick moving to his discard phase at the end of turn. And there is the Jace. Or there is the Obsidat coming in, draining Nick of another 2. Discard phase at the end of turn. The Thington and the Thoughtseize. Will it get dissolved? And there's the dissolve. Now, and the Thoughtseize. Will it get dissolved? So that is a swing for 7 from Chris over to Nick, and there's the blink there, and removing Obsidat at the end of turn. And there's the scoop. Looks like we are going to be going to a game 3. So that is a swing for 7 from Chris over to Nick. And I'm just going to get a quick time check. We're going to be getting a quick time check right now to see how much time these two players have got left. And it seems they have 13 minutes left. 15 minutes left. And I'm just going to get a quick time check. We're going to be getting a quick time check right now to see how much time these two players. So they are shuffling up, getting ready for game 3 here in this first match under the camera of the Under-16 tournament. Shuffling up, getting ready for game 3 here in this first match under the camera of the Under-16 tournament. Resetting life dice now, getting ready to draw their next hands. setting life guys now, getting ready to draw their next hand.
You have to. Hey, I'm your brother. You get Will one.
So it's not French or English. I think it's Spanish.
I think it says. What card? Yeah. Oh.
Looks like Chris is going to go back for another mulligan again.
Are you borrowing a dick?
Yeah.
Looks like Chris is going to go back for another mulligan again.
Dude, you never gave me one.
And looks like Chris is going to keep his 6. Nick Collins on the play. Going to start off with a Temple of Silence. Scrying that immediately to the bottom. That is quite a hand for Nick to keep in Game 3. Looks like 3D Spheres, a Supreme Verdict, and an Ultimate Price, and only one other land.
Did you win your last game?
Looks like Chris is gonna choose that Ultimate Price to get rid of. Probably means he's sitting on a pack rat, maybe something else. Looks like Ultimate Price to get rid of. And there is the pack rat.
I knew he had an insult on the back.
And there is the pack rat. Like Chris is gonna swing in for 4.
Like 12 minutes left.
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Chris is gonna swing in for 4. You see Temple of Skylines. And Chris is just going to swing in with that Mutavault. Seems like the go-to play for Chris this game, because Mutavaults are probably one of the safest things against a Esper control deck. Now, I did notice that Nick is running the actual WinCon version of the Esper control deck. No Quicken Supremes. And there's another Thoughtseize for Chris. It's like still sitting on 2 of those D-Spheres, a Supreme Verdict and a Dissolve. And he's going to take away that Dissolve. And just going to come in with Mutavault for extra beats. You're looking at a Mutavault beatdown. Desecration Demon was the draw for Chris Hodder. Now he does know that Nick is sitting on 2 detention spheres. So he's just going to come in there, be very happy beating in, and continuing to beat down to the Mutavaults. Now this could be something else here. Nick Collins just drew a Blood Baron. And he's going to just go for the drop. Now, it's good to note that Blood Baron has protection from basically Chris's entire deck. And there's the Obsidian flag. Now, the Obsidian versus the Blood Baron, I think the life gain from the Blood Baron is going to really matter here. Because as you can see, Chris is taking 4 here, and Nick Collins is gaining 4. Going back up to 12. And upkeep trigger. And there's the swing for 7. I'm going to shift the turn back, exiling Obsidian at the end of turn. Nick is looking for answers because the most he can go to now is 7 with that Blood Baron swing. And so will he keep it back to block? And it looks like he's going to keep. It looks like he is going to keep it back to block. Now here is the Obsidian trigger, bringing Nick down to 1.
This is actually pretty legit.
Yeah, I tried tackling my scooter.
Hey, who won?
I won.
Yeah, Willie. Willie. When you open
There's the Desecration Demon. And there's the swing. And the Obsidian goes away at the end of turn. Nick is going to Vanishing Light the Desecration Demon, and then continue by playing a Jace. Nick really needs a Sphinx's Revelation to really save him. Actually, Chris is going to separate the elixir apart from the other, from the Vanishing Light and the land. Play the elixir. And there's the replacement Desecration Demon in Chris's hand. And he's going to ship the turn back. Desecration Demon in Chris's hand. And he's going to ship the turn back. There is the second Blood Baron for Nick.
Actually, my brother sold them all off me.
It made me feel garbage.
And he's going to D-sphere the second desecration demon. And there's his Sphinx's Rev. There's the duress. One hell of a top deck for Chris Hodder right now. And the third desecration demon. There's the duress. One hell of a top deck for. And he's going to shift the turn back. And the top deck Sphinx's Rev for Nick Collins.
That's probably the game.
Easily.
That's the third one.
The top deck. And
That's
there's
another D-sphere.
another D-sphere.
I mean, if he can draw 3 demons, why can't Nick draw 3 D-spheres?
He started off with 3 D-spheres.
Exactly.
It is open season on Desecration Demons as far as Nick Collins is concerned. Another D-sphere. So many answers. It is open season on Desecration.
The thing was up by your head.
Looks like a swing for 8 here from Nick Collins, and he's still sitting on that Sphinx's Rev that he just drew off the top. Still sitting on that Sphinx's Rev that he just drew off the top.
There's a minute and 30 seconds left.
So this is going, it looks like this is going to be a full swing for 7 with a response of cracking the elixir of immortality. Gains 5, takes 7, he loses 2. With a response of cracking the elixir of immortality. Gains 5, takes 7, he loses 2. Looks like he's coming in for another 8. Which is going to put Chris at 4 and bring Nick up to 15. I'm pretty. We have entered turn 0 for Chris Hodder. I'm pretty. So we have entered time, so this is turn 0 for Chris. Looks like a Sphinx Rev in a response to a 13, a swing for 13, which is exact.
Yeah, you pull that out.
So he goes down to 5 after this. 13. I think this is game here. After this. And that is game. Nick Collins takes it. Esper control over black-white mid-range.